Hey everybody, Shock Doggett is back. Coming to you live from the Wynn in Las Vegas. Camille's already complaining. She's in this robe and she's like, I'm sweating.
I don't wear robes at home, but I'm at the Wynn and I'm enjoying our room service.
You know, people have been asking us, oh my gosh, y'all are in Vegas. Are you out partying? Let me tell you
Yeah,
what we
we're
did
partying in
last
the
night.
room.
I know. We're like, we love this room so much. We haven't left y'all. It's like
We had room
3
service.
o'clock. We haven't left yet.
Is it 3?
It's 2 something. So last night we made an appearance down at this party that we had to go to, and literally we were there for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah.
We came back up. We ordered room service like at 11 at night.
Oh my God, the organic tomato soup.
Y'all, it was so good.
Mm.
But the way the presentation was, I mean, it was this
And it was a
smorgasbord.
lot.
We had the Olympics on,
Yeah.
and we did not have the robes on, but we wanted to bring it to you live today from the Wynn, in the Wynn's robes that were hanging in the closet.
They are comfy, I will tell you.
You know what? Wouldn't it be? I always thought about the fabulous Showcase Showdown on The Price is Right. Just send me to a place like this with a spa.
Right?
I don't need new carpet or a washer and
No.
dryer or an ugly oak dining room set. I would take this for a weekend with like
A week.
a week.
I'm
A week.
I'd love a week. Just and schedule every day. Either flower decorating, a little class.
See, we're going to take it back to the classes. I'm not going to learn how to make bread.
Well, I can live
But
with
I think that cake decorating would be kind of fun.
and the flowers. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I think their flowers here are stunning. I mean, it is an art form.
Yeah,
I could
there's
never.
a whole atrium if y'all haven't been here.
Yes.
That you walk under and there's floating flowers. I mean,
It's gorgeous.
it is magical.
And
It is magical.
smells good.
What do you like when you and Tracy go on vacation? What do y'all do? What do you like to do?
Oh, I know what I like to do. It's drag racing. So it's loud, rough.
It's not really a vacation. That's just you going along.
If I go on vacation, though, I want to go, but I love cabins. I love Sundance. That is one of my favorite places to just go listen to the air.
Yeah.
I like quiet. I
Yeah,
want
that's your
to
unwind.
unplug. I probably need to unplug, and then vacation might be a little. I like museums, discovery, hiking. I've done Hawaii. Just I want a little bit of something to do, but most of the time I want to just relax. I don't want to be go.
Camille just got interviewed
And
like a
room
pageant.
service.
Tell me. No, this was a pageant question always during my era.
What's your favorite
1801.
vacation?
If you were in a visiting city, would you go to A, a museum, B, a sporting event, or C, would you sit on a park bench and watch the people walk by?
I'd definitely go to A.
I'd go to B.
Sporting event.
I gotta be.
Yeah.
You know what? I love to people watch. Vegas has some good people watching.
Well, I want a safe distance though. Just saying.
By the way, have you ever been to Vegas? We haven't experienced this trip because we haven't really gone
We've had
out.
things to do.
Yeah.
A lot of planning, a lot of year.
But
planning.
Vegas is a place where there's a lot of bachelor and bachelorette parties, right?
Tutus.
Here's what I love. No,
Neon
really.
signs.
Here's what I love. You'll see a group of 20-something-year-old girls, right? Whatever that age is, and they all have on those spandex type dresses.
Oh, they're tight.
Right.
They're very tight. Yeah.
They are. They're like a elastic rubber band. elastic band dress is what they're called, right? Now, the trick with those dresses is they look great when you stand still. You start moving, you start walking, you start sitting down. Y'all, it's like a spring. What happens when you pop a rubber band and you let it go?
It's kind of yeah.
Well, that's what it does. It crawls up your body because it's not going to stay in place.
See, and I've never worn that stuff, so I wouldn't know, but I have seen it.
So here's the entertainment part of this. These girls, when they leave the hotel, they are sober.
Oh, and they come back.
Then
I've seen the hike
you
up.
can
There is a hike. There's kind of a crawl up dress.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I think the more alcohol they put in them, Camille, they don't have a recollection that the rest of us are seeing things we don't want to see.
Well,
then at the end of the night, they've got their shoes in the hand because
the walk of shame.
Those hoochie mama shoes, they just like, I can't do it anymore. And their dress is all hiked up where their fanny's hanging out. And I just go, what?
You have a good time, honey.
What not to wear?
Yeah, and you want to get yourself back to your room alone and go to bed.
Do you know, I was here years ago for the, I think it was the 50th or the 60th anniversary of Miss USA, and they invited all its old queens back. So,
Old queen.
the old queen's back, right? So I told a girlfriend of mine, I
Hashtag
said,
old queen.
hey, you want to come with me? Well, she invited like 12 friends. And I'm like, oh, well, just so y'all know, I get the bathroom and a bed. Everybody else can lay on the floor and stuff. But
You didn't share in a room.
I know. My one invite turned into like
A party.
party.
Yeah.
But here's the sad thing.
Not for me.
There were 2 nights when I didn't have events. They all kind of did their own thing because I was busy with the telecast. But there were 2 nights that we went to a couple clubs here.
Yeah.
Now, here's our group. There was probably 15 girls in this group.
It's a big group.
And there was always a couple of them, they were not dressed slutty enough. I guess that's the word, because I hate that word slut. But they weren't risque enough. They couldn't get into the club.
What?
Yeah, the bouncers turned them down. And I remember.
How do you know that they weren't slutty? Did they say that? They said, you got to show more skin, girl.
No, what they do is, most of these places, girls don't have to pay a cover charge.
Oh,
They
are they
want the girls
watching
in.
girls that are
So
really...
as you are going through the line to get in, they
We
actually
see
will
what they're
turn
saying
people
yes
down.
to.
Discrimination.
So they're saying, you see what they say yes to, so you go, if I look like, if I have that much
They
on,
actually
instead of
turn these
that
girls
much
down.
on.
So I went back to the room with them. I'm like, that's terrible. That's so sad.
I'm surprised.
Can you
I'm not
imagine?
surprised. And I can't imagine in Vegas, but, maybe that's just not where they need to be.
I know. Listen, y'all didn't miss anything.
No.
A bunch of people that were. I'm, with jacked hair and heels, I'm at least 6'8", but they were like slopping drink
hair
all over my, my belly button area, and I was just like, I can't take.
Ew.
I can take about that much of the
Of the
noise
bullshit, yeah.
and the sloppiness and the game of it all. Listen, I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this. I think it's some good people watching, but you know what?
Again, safe distance. I can do that from a distance. I am not usually in a crowd. I would rather not be in a crowd.
When you see this kind of activity going on, do you size up in your head as a therapist? You're like, there's their insecurity.
Yeah, I see. I see someone who's got a little self-destruct thing going on. Instant gratification.
Right.
I want to drink. I want to party. This is living to them. That's an idea for them. They think that as long as I've arrived, and you see the people that get rich quick kind of things, and people that come from old money have a lot more, they're modest about it, right?
Right.
People that have new power, new fame, new money, and a lot of it or something, they tend to kind of go party. So it's immaturity. It's what it is. It's just being immature.
Like the Kardashians love to come to Vegas, and I get that they get paid to do an appearance at a club and so forth.
Sure. They're going to bring in the crowds.
But you know what? I always think, after a while, wouldn't you just be like, I'm tired, I'm done, I don't want to go and dance and drink and la la la. Am I just getting old?
Yeah, I think you're growing up, Gretchen. I think she's
growing
growing up, y'all.
To be honest, I've really never been. I've never been.
You're not a party. I'm not a party girl either. No, I was never good at myself.
But I really enjoy watching people, which is why I love to go to sporting events. I do watch the games, so don't be hating on me for that, my kids. But I love to see what's going on around me. I love that. I love airports.
Yeah.
I love to watch people at airports.
I like hearing dialect. I can't understand what they're saying, but I love accents and dialect in different languages. It's just fascinating to me. I want to learn 20 languages.
Really?
I really, really would love that.
What's that, Rose?
Oh, yeah. No, it's the... Yeah,
Rose. Y'all know that one where you can learn online or whatever.
Yeah. I would love to do that. And then try and have.
Do you know what's so funny about a language? And this doesn't really have anything to do with what we're talking about. But
what are we talking about?
On my phone, like when I try to do the auto text, it doesn't understand my accent.
Surrey doesn't understand Texas.
And Surrey, come on. It's just putting all kinds of words out there, and I'm like, I didn't say that. So I always feel like I needed to have a disclaimer before whoever I'm texting. I'm like, I'm voice texting, so you have to read between Surrey's mistakes. And then I'll read it back and I'll be like, that is not what I said. That is not what I said at all. On your phone, do you have Siri as a woman or a man?
Mine's a woman.
Yeah.
I'd like a man. I don't know how to fix all that stuff, but that'd be fun to have a man on there.
There's an app that's like the Angry Siri.
Now, I think that'd be fun.
She's like, turn left, bitch.
See, I'd like that. That'd be hilarious to me.
I think it'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Right?
Yeah,
especially if you had people in your car that they just had no idea. They were like, who said that?
I keep looking out the window.
You could do your whole psychic thing. You're like, this spirit keeps following me. Keeps trying to give me directions. Turn right, bitch. Stop, bitch.
Oh my hell.
Serious.
I was going to do a 1-900 business once where it was, people actually like kind of the abuse, It's like having a mama yell at you, what, you're never going to amount to anything. Who you found you think you are? And just 1-900 abuse kind of thing. I had an old friend of mine as a therapist. We were going to do like a business just screaming at people.
People like that?
Well, there's people were seriously into self. Yeah, they're the relationships they stayed in and the abuse they endured from their relationship. It's like, what? I'll call my number and I'll tell you what a piece of crap you are every day. Is that going to help you? Is that what you need?
Can you imagine? I'm feeling a little bit too good about myself.
I got to get home. Can you pretend to be my mother and tell me that I am not
shout
worth
and tell
anything?
me I'm ugly? Okay,
You're never going to amount to anything. Who do you think you are? No one's going to date you. I mean, really? I mean, we would sit there and talk about cases and just go, people really need abuse. So, and this was back in, this was my California days, but no, so we thought, well, let's just do a 1-900 phone, calling. Do you want your girlfriend to tell you you're a piece of crap or your mother? I'd be the female, he'd be the male. And
it's
my
not
dad,
phone sex.
grandpa, brother.
It's phone abuse.
It's phone abuse.
Wow.
And we're going to tell you, what do you need to hear on a regular basis to feel like home?
Wow.
So we actually went through, it was funny. We never followed through. But that could have been a unique, But it was just fascinating that people would put up with certain things.
You see what Camille's going to do? This is actually a hook. So she's going to get all these phone numbers from people that are calling in, and then she's going to go, hello, I'm a therapist. You need me. Mm-hmm.
I'll be your mother for 5 minutes. What is she saying to you in your head? Give me that recording and what's my inflection? How do I shrill it? Do I really? I mean, do I just, but people really do have these voices in their head that remind them of their parents that scream, yell, whatever. I know, but they pick self-destruct. They pick people that destroy them.
Wow.
So it's like, what's that about? Well, it's probably about something in their past they're not over.
Wow. You know what I think it's interesting is people come to any vacation area, but Vegas is kind of known for that, and they just get shit-faced,
trashed. They just trash themselves
and I
here.
think,
or the whole world of gambling. I mean, that to me is like, I guess there's an adrenaline rush with that, but I think you're not in your right mind. You drop all this money. We heard of a gentleman losing $10,000 last night.
He tapped out and asked his friend,
"Can I have your credit card?"
Like, I in my 20s lost $10 on a slot machine once, and I was cured.
Yeah, right.
I was cured. I was done. I played blackjack a few times, but it's always been on. Like I went for an event.
Yeah, you got
and
a little
they
budget.
Gave everybody $150. Where I'm like, okay. But in my head, I'm like, I could buy a couple pair of shoes. Can I just take the cash that they gave you in chips? I don't love.
But most women aren't gamblers. I mean, it really is like it's
kind of a competitive thing.
Right.
Against I can beat. Right. I knew somebody in my past that would study books on how to be a blackjack dealer, and I'm like, why do you care?
There is a science to it, but you really probably have to be into that world. I think that poker is probably more of a study with people, really. You're playing the people, you're not playing the machine. But I think traditional gambling, slot machines, any machine, look, the house, it's rigged to win. So, but I think people playing people, there's
we are wearing these robes because somebody downstairs in the casino lost their ass. So the hotel now has enough money to buy a bunch of robes for every single room.
And we're in Steve Wynn's resort. So right on the heels of him being...
He's not here.
Well, we don't think Steve's here, but the Wynn is a beautiful hotel. It'll continue.
Here's what I love about Vegas is I mean, when you talk about these resorts, everybody has to outdo the other person. So we, as consumers, are the beneficiaries because we get to see all the beauty of it. Totally the beauty of it. And it's interesting. They try to make this like a little city in itself so you never have to leave.
Right.
Camille and I wanted the other night chips and salsa.
Good
Not
luck.
a hard thing, right?
Right.
We go downstairs. We asked one of the cute gentlemen in his suits that we know works here, and we said, where can we go for chips and salsa?
You know, he said to me, he said, we don't have Mexican food here.
I'm like,
how do you say,
what the heck?
He was probably messing with me. I'm like, that's just...
Then he tries to talk us into, well, they make these little round potato chips things without help. That's not the same. Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding me? I know. We didn't ever get them.
No, we'll have to go to Chili's to get some chips.
But we had, listen, Camille, last night on our room service, she was like, I want this, and I want this. And
we had a vegetable wrap. We had tuna croissant, and we had...
They don't care.
Tomato salad. Yeah, they do. Tomato soup. We had some chips and guacamole.
It was so good.
It was delicious.
So this morning, remember yesterday we told you how we woke up to the beautiful sunset?
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning I was like, forget that. Close the drapes. Because that sun was like coming right at my eyeball. Just
I got up and I tried to close that because it was like after it went to your eyeball, it came to mine. I'm like, oh, Lord.
right. Well, and here's the deal: where the curtains meet,
Yeah.
they stop about right here.
There's a gap.
That is like Satan, man. That is just there to annoy.
The gap.
They can't go like this. They have to stop right here, where all that sunshine goes. Well, there's Camille.
Well, we are in a panoramic room. So the view is, I mean, I keep looking out the window, so forgive me, but it is stunning.
I know it is.
It's just something you could look at for days. It's so pretty. But, okay, so, well, anyway, so we're in our robes in Vegas. And
Yes.
we,
you know what?
What are we gonna do later,
Let me
sis?
tell you, I went down to the gift store
got me some trail.
because Camille and I had a little hankering for some protein. And we brought our meal preps and we ate cold chicken.
Yeah.
But then we were like, I
Frozen
said, gosh, I
spinach.
need some nuts. Stop it.
I heard that. I know.
I know. I need some nuts.
Y'all are perverted out there.
So I go down to the gift shop. Camille's doing some business, and yes, stop it.
Dealing with clients on the phone.
So I go down and I'm looking and I'm reading, I'm reading, and the cute little gal, I get a couple things for me, and I get Camille the trail mix, and her accent made it sound like it was $69. I was like, what the hell? What?
$6.90.
It was $16, but I was like,
Yeah, nothing's $6 here. I think my Pellegrino was $7.
what's that?
Well, I was going to get a Pellegrino water. It's kind of a bubbly water. Pellegrino, y'all know.
$7.
It was $7.
I know. Well, that room service was $100.
I know. Well, that's just kind of how we do it.
Wow.
And that's not every
No,
night.
It was some good. It was
impressive.
It was so good, Camille, that you and I were both like, "Don't talk to me." I mean,
Yeah, it's like this is tomato soup time. Give me a moment.
We have to go back home tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah, we're starting.
But we have a drive.
I
I'm
know.
gonna tell you something. We got down here. Maybe I shouldn't admit this.
Camille was driving, not me.
No, we stopped and had lunch in St. George, and we got down here within 6 hours. And stopped for an hour. We did.
So
our drive
for
time
all
started
you
out.
that are like, "Well, that means nothing to me,"
We're in Utah.
Camille. Well, here's how Camille drives. This is the funny thing.
What?
She's like this. She sees somebody coming in the rearview mirror. She's gonna speed up because she's like, "Oh hell no, you're not getting past me." And
Well,
then when
not
they
everybody.
try,
Oh yeah, I plunge ahead. No, I
when
don't.
they try, she does. She goes like this,
Uh-huh.
and then she turns over and she looks
Look
at
at
him.
that face again. Oh yeah. No, that's
And
not
then,
me.
and then, well, you know how you're driving and you've got semis, and the semis are supposed to kind of
Yes.
just stay in one lane so the rest of us can go around.
Right.
They're like this, and Camille's like, "You dumbass, get over!" She's hollering and yelling at him, and I'm just like, okay, I'm pretty sure if you get on their butt, they're not going to move. They don't care.
Well.
I think you need therapy. You're not have like some aggression going out. No. Here's the deal.
I
If you want to
where I'm going.
you want to get somewhere quickly, and it feels like it's quicker, put on our podcast. Because
You listen to us
talking,
driving down the road.
talking makes things fast.
It does. Well, yeah, we talk. We don't stop talking. We didn't hear much music. We just sit there and chat, and it was like, oh, we're already here.
I know.
Is
We
that- is
solved
that
all
we?
kinds of world problems.
We
Let me
did.
tell you, we have
We have solutions for days.
taken that serious. So
We do.
if you've got an issue and you think that maybe we need a road trip to figure it out, we'll be happy to help you.
Message us.
Happy
honey.
to help you. Hey, one thing we did talk about on another podcast. We just want to throw it out there.
Yeah.
We have a series called Starting Over, which is help for you.
We're consulting together,
Not
yeah.
starting over in a marriage necessarily. Just starting with you.
Yeah.
And starting over emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and whatever that means for you. And it's fascinating. It's wonderful. It is healing. We have seen lives changed.
Yep.
That is
Our own included. Yeah.
Crazy, crazy good. Before we wrap up, real quick, we're into February right now. Tell us what's going on cyclically with the world.
Well, we have just kind of exited a very big change month with Saturn entering a new sign of Capricorn. So it's comfortable in Capricorn, honestly, because what it does.
What's Capricorn?
Capricorn is
what month?
January.
Okay.
But it's comfortable there because it's all about kind of laying a new foundation in your life. And so the challenges you're facing right now are probably going to be around for 3 years, frankly. So whatever you're faced with, whatever you're dealing with, consider this is kind of like the 3-year learning curve, and you'll be dealing with stuff like this for a while. The Jupiter has gone into Scorpio, which we're still dealing with sexual healing all year long.
I love that word.
Sexual healing. It's a song. I know.
I think
But-
of the song, and then I think, does that mean everything can get better through sex?
Well, for some people, probably. Or babies. I mean, we may have a lot of Scorpios having children this year or getting pregnant this year.
Oh.
You're likely to get pregnant if you want a baby. So, Tauruses and Scorpios. So, don't be getting any ideas, girl. She already got 5 kids. They ain't
I'm
going to happen.
retired. That
wait.
area is retired.
We're done.
Yeah.
But no, we do have some really interesting things happening. More truth coming out about abuse of power with the world. And yeah, so it's going to be an interesting year.
And here's what I hope with the whole. I'm not sure it's even going to be called Me Too that much longer, because it's developed more. Not just I've been harassed, but I've been abused.
Yeah.
What I don't want to happen with all of this, Camille, and we've chatted about this, is I don't want it to become so desensitized that people go, oh yeah, it's just that subject again.
Right.
Because every victim needs to be
It's
heard.
the Me Too card. It's the race card.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to do that. It'll be, but look, we used, this never came out. We were completely to the left. Now we're swinging to the right. We're validating every story, which needs to be validated. We'll balance out in the middle. I have faith in humanity. We will.
Yeah.
But that's what I think is happening right now.
Well, and I think regardless, if you think, oh my gosh, it's, my story won't matter. This has already been, I'm not in the beginning of it. This has already been out there.
Yeah.
I think so much of this isn't so that everybody and their dog in the world can hear it. It's that you have a voice to be heard,
Right.
whether it's by one person or not, but you heal from talking.
Yes, and you deal with where where you're stuck with it. Deal with the impact and move forward.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Heal from it. We want to talk about our theories about how to recover from sexual abuse, and we'll do that another day. But
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Okay, y'all. Have
Thank
a good
you.
day. We'll probably come to you on the road because she's driving again tomorrow.
Well, we'll see.
Say a prayer.
Okay.
Sunday. Love y'all.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.